We're back at halftime at Indiana. Andy Kuznetsky Field. The Highlands Golden Rams lead at 10-0 at halftime. The halftime stats are brought to you by Mason Elite. Being elite starts at any age. We train our players to be the best basketball players on the court and the best versions of themselves off the court.
Yeah, Mike, not a lot of numbers, but pretty exciting first half, lots of action. Highlands 5 first downs, Indiana 2. Highlands 111 yards rushing, Indiana only 6. Passing, Highlands 71 yards, Indiana only 6. Total yards rushing, total yards, Highlands 182, Indiana only 12. Third down conversions, Highlands 1 of 5, Indiana's 2 of 8. Penalty, 3 for 40 yards for Highlands, 1 for 10 for Indiana. Turnovers, Highlands 2, Indiana 1. Time possession, interesting, Mike, for only 12 yards total yards. 13:52 for Indiana, only 10:08 for Highlands.
You mentioned that 2 for 8 on third down. Highlands had allowed 19% on third down going into tonight, so that's 2 for 8's 25%, right? So that's how that works out for the Indians. Quickly, Luke Bumbalski, 6 carries, 79 yards, had the 71-yard touchdown. Chandler Timmons, 18 yards rushing. Not much on the rushing side on Indiana. They had Rams sacked Liam McFarland 3 times, twice by Daniel Long. And Chandler had the long pass, the 39-yarder, to Rondell Hewlett that set up the Rams' first touchdown. Visit MasonElite.com for more information on kindergarten through 12th grade skills development. They're going on now until the end of October at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall.
Doing lots of team stuff too, Mike.
Right. Bumbalski, a 71-yard run. Babinsack to kick 7-0. And then with 3.5 left till halftime, Babinsack kicked a 30-yard field goal, and that gives the Rams the lead of 10-0 at the break.
Let's talk about the Boucher family. They've been doing business in Cherno Heights for over 70 years. They are uniquely qualified to help you choose home and auto insurance that protects what matters most, your family. Bouchers are independent agents. In addition, nationwide, they work with all the leading companies in the industry like Progressive, Allstate, and AIC to find more ways to save you and your family money on home and auto insurance. Call your hometown independent insurance agents, John and Nick Boucher, at 724-224-4300 to choose the coverage right for you and your family. Evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, you're in good hands with the Boucher Agency on your side.
I'll keep a track of the Yankees-Red Sox game tonight to see if Aaron Judge gets the record. Do you know that Garrett Cole is back to being the Garrett Cole he was with the Pirates? He's allowed 30 home runs this year. That's... Can't put the sticky stuff on the ball anymore. It's funny what happens, isn't it?
It was a control issue.
He not worth the money they gave him now. That's for sure. So the Rams will get the ball to start the second half, and they need to get moving here.
Mike, we mentioned the offense has been choppy. Boy, the defense is
It's been tremendous. It's like, again, Indiana missing their starting quarterback, Trevor Smith, out of the lineup, missing a couple of linemen. So that has come in Highlands' favor. But the Rams have just not been able to really do much offensively here in this game. Indiana came into tonight allowing nearly 30 points a game.
Well, we got some catching up to do that, Mike.
That's for sure.
Kicking off for Indiana's 22.
Tristan Redinger will kick off. It's the first time we've seen him tonight. Let's hope it's the last. Nothing personal. Nothing personal, Tristan.
He was also part of our boys soccer team.
Kicking extra point in overtime to beat Knock, and a last-second field goal against Shady Side Academy to win that game. They're 2-2 coming in tonight.
Aaron Randolph, the deep man. And we'll get the third quarter underway here at Indiana on a very, very chilly night. Fall has arrived. And here we go. Redinger kicks it to the far side of the field. That is Burford at the 15, 25. Burford going a lot of sideways there and gets to the 26-yard line. Brought down for the Indians by John Wyant, the sophomore.
81, Nathan Wood, and 81.
Mike, top 5 in 4A have not changed. The Aliquippa still number 1, McKeesport 2, Thomas Jefferson 3, Central Valley 4. There is a change.
Helmet to helmet hit on Highlands. It's going to be a big one. Going to send them back.
Highlands is number 5, Mike.
That's
yes,
right.
There is a change. We moved into the top 5. And why we do that, Mike?
We beat the number 5 team, which was...
When you beat number 5, you become number 5, and Highlands cracks the top 5.
Half the distance. On a Hit to the head. Puts it back to the 13-yard line.
Head-to-head contact. Cost him half the distance. That's how many yards, Mike?
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
12.
So 25 and 12. 37 yards on 3 penalties for Highlands so far. And unfortunately, we start out in the shadow of our own goal line.
Power pistol with Long and Bumbalski. And they give to Bumbalski through a hole. Here he comes up over the 25 to 30. Bumbalski to the 35-yard line.
Bumbalski with a 21-yard carry.
22 yards and a first down.
13.
That's going to put him over 100, Mike. 7 rushes now, 113 yards for Luke Bumbalski.
On the tackle. I think I saw a flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
Another marker. Hold the phone. Personal foul, face mask against Indiana. Tack on 15.
So march off another 15. So the ball will now be on the.
I'm sorry, Mike. It's 103 yards, not 113. Yep. You good with that?
7 carries, correct. The ball's right at the 50-yard line. 15-yard penalty for the face mask, the tack on.
Luke came in late with 499. It's going to put him up well over 500 now. Heading towards 6.
Heading toward 2,000 for a career. They're going to run a toss to Randolph. Tries to get past the first man. He does. Boy, he made a couple of yards out of that. He gets down to the 47 of Indiana, dropped by Evan Brocious, the cornerback who came up and run support. That was probably his man to cover. That's probably why he was up there. 3-yard pickup.
And that time it's a run, correct?
Mm-hmm.
His first carry tonight.
And let's see what Randolph's done on the ground this year. That is his first run of the year.
By the way, Luke is now 602, Mike. He's gone past 500 into 600-yard territory.
2nd and 7, Highlands at the Indiana 47.
For the season.
Bumbalski through the middle, inside the 40, wades his way for a Highlands first down to the Indians' 37-yard line. 10 yards, first down Highlands. Luke Bumbalski, we mentioned he is breathing now. All over 2,000 yards for his career. He came in needing 238 tonight. We could see this this week or next. 1st and 10 at the Indiana 37. Bumbalski again.
Steady dive to Luke.
Gets
so
through
far.
there. And gets it inside the 35. Isaac Nygren is down there again. He has made a passel of tackles for Brad Wright tonight.
Carson Beatty.
Brad Wright coached at Warren and Punxsutawney and is a 1999 graduate of Katanning High School.
I still have that
Way up north.
up here if you're missing the cell phone.
So he does have Whippeal experience, having grown up in it. But it's the first time he's been a head coach in it. He's also been an assistant coach in Virginia.
Well traveled.
2nd and 6. High snap. They give it to Bumbalski. And, boy, he takes a couple of men for a ride. He gets to the 35-yard line. Check the fingers of Alvin Liu. He had a hold of the merchandise and hung on for dear life.
Wasn't letting go.
And 13, Kalchuk again.
We'll give him 3 yards down to the 30.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 on
10 rushes now, 120 yards for Luke.
3rd down and a long 3 for Highlands at the Indiana 30-yard line. We've played 3 minutes of the second half. The Rams have had the ball the entire time here. This will be the 6th play of the drive. Trips left. Signorella again to the short side of the field.
No help over the top, Mike. They're committing that way.
Timmons going to keep
boy.
it. Timmons going to get the first down and more. Inside
too.
the 20,
He got a
15,
great
10.
block.
Timmons going all the way.
Touchdown.
30 yards for a Highlands touchdown.
a 31-yard touchdown run.
He got some great blocking downfield. Signorella, Burford, now a late flag.
Hold on, hold your horses.
Whoa.
We'll see what this is.
Whitworth walking backwards, Mike.
Holding call against the Rams, so
On Highlands.
Chandler will get a 20-yard gain down to the 10, but it's no touchdown.
think they called a block in the back. It's a spot foul, so they're going to march back.
So they're going to put it at the 20, and it's going to be first down for Highlands. 1st and 10, so they do get the first down.
It's one of those 10-yard touchdowns that cost you a 10-yard penalty that cost you a touchdown.
And that's 2 tonight, Ken says, and he's right. They were wiped out of there. And
yep.
Rams going to call time here. No, they're just Chandler going over to the sidelines. He's got plenty of time. The play clock was all the way up to 40 there. First down.
That's a good point, Mike. We lost 2 touchdowns tonight due to penalty. Ouch. And I don't mean Roenick.
Rondell Hewlett way out to the left, the lonesome end. First down at the 20. Julius Saunders. Boy, they grabbed his mask there, didn't they? He got it down to about the 17-yard line. Big 76 Ben Cochran, the junior, was in there to make the stop on Julius. 3-yard gain.
Ben Cochran.
4 carries, 18 yards now for Julius.
Julius had a good game. The other road game we played out at the Shar Valley.
Yeah, Shar Valley, 61 yards.
Ashton Hadachek was out of the lineup that night. Ashton's played some on defense tonight, but Julius has had the secondary carries out there. 2nd down, 7. Saunders and Long in the backfield. Saunders again. Squirts through a hole. Inside the 10, he's got a 1st and goal. Highlands at the 8-yard line.
Julius Saunders, tackled by 3, Mills.
Pickup of 9.
Nygren in there again, and James Mill helping him, but it's 1st and goal Highlands at the 8-yard line.
8-yard line, 1st and goal for Highlands.
This will be the 9th play of this long drive that started all the way back on the Highlands 13-yard line. And they've taken, they lost the time of possession battle in the first half, but they've taken almost 5 minutes off here in the second half.
Saunders still in the backfield.
Timmons going to keep it, but they had trouble with the exchange there. Now Chandler got to do a good job just to hold on to it and make sure they didn't turn it over. Lost back to the 12-yard line.
A loss of 4.
2nd and goal.
From the 12.
Yeah, my problems with the exchange for sure. Looked like Saunders was trying to take the ball out of Timmons' hands.
When that's Luke and they do that, sometimes Chandler wins that, sometimes Luke wins that. When it's Chandler and Saunders, Chandler's going to win that every time.
Chandler was our offensive MVP last week. Luke was our defensive MVP, and the special teams went to Burton Babinsack.
Bambalski back in there. Timmons throws it to the post, and it's intercepted at the 1-yard line, but we got a marker down. It was picked off by James Mill again, whose father is the all-time interceptions leader here at Indiana, thanks to Pat Snyder. But let's see what the flag is. Is this going to be an interference call against Indiana?
Trying to catch his dad there, Mike, too.
If not, Chandler will have thrown his 3rd pick. Let's see.
Chandler's pass intercepted.
Pass interference.
It is interference against Indiana.
Take that one off. We've taken more plays off than we put on tonight, Mike.
Half the distance to the goal will move the ball to the 6-yard line.
Fouls against Indiana, so you raise the interception.
So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 6.
6-yard line.
Again, the only automatic first downs are on roughing the kicker and roughing the passer. We had one of those earlier tonight. 2nd and goal Highlands at the 6-yard line.
And Mike, long time getting this play in. Play clock just starting this. They have plenty of time.
10th play of the drive that started on the 13-yard line. Hewlett to the right. Randolph to the left. Power pistol.
Bombalski back in.
Crabbing motion long. Long count. The turn to give to Bombalski. Makes a man miss, but he got spun down at the 4-yard line. That was a great job shooting through by Alvin Liu to kind of upset the apple cart there. But Beatty finished him. And it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 3.
Now, Mike.
This is 2 downs to get this.
Yeah, I was going to say Burton Babinsack on the sideline, but
Burton's in here to kick an extra point right now, I think.
I agree.
This is when you've done all this work on this drive. You have to cash this in.
I agree.
Even if it takes 2 plays. 3rd and goal.
Well, let's take the mystery out of it right now.
Long again in crabbing motion. Timmons going to run a toss to Bombalski. Outside to the right, into the end zone. Touchdown Highlands. And they do pay it off. An 11-play, 87-yard drive. And Bombalski's got his 2nd touchdown of the night and his 9th of the year.
So in for the
Made that long drive pay off, Mike.
42, Babinsack. 20 holding.
6 minutes and 5 seconds.
The big leader snap. Signal hold down. Kick is up and kick is good. Well into the night. Burton's 2 for 2 plus the field goal. Highlands leads here 17-0. 5:55 to go. Let's talk about the Gillettes. Ron Gillette Towing and Service, a registered contractor certified in PA state inspections and admissions. Call Gillette today for your towing, paving, excavating, hauling, demolition, and dare I say snow removal needs.
It sure feels like it tonight.
Planning a cleanup? Rent a 10-yard curb box. One call and you can dump it all. Just no paint or tires. Gillette Towing, fully licensed, insured, bonded, certified, and owns all of the state-of-the-art equipment. And Gillettes are proud to enjoy an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Gillette at 724-226-1222. Phones answer 24/7, 365 days a year for emergency service. And as always, it's person to person. Find them on the web at RonGilletteInc.com or on Facebook, Ron Gillette Inc. Towing and more. Ron Gillette Towing and Services, the Cape Valley leader since 1955.
Of that 87 yards, Luke Pombalski had 6 carries for 45 yards of that. And paid it off with his second touchdown of the night and his 9th of the year. So the Rams lead at 17-0. Again, we're following the same script as last week. Babinsack will kick it off. Jones and Porter, the deep men. Jones at the 19. Jones breaks one tackle, squirts through to the 33.
Burford,
yeah, tipped him off his feet, and Saunders finished the job. But Indiana starts. Indiana hasn't had the ball for about an hour. If you take the halftime and
take that long drive,
it has been a while. Well, they haven't had the ball in 45 minutes.
There you go.
How's that?
Effective.
First down, Indians at their 33.
Mike, there's another big game tonight locally in single A. Leechburg's at Clareton.
Leechburg is crazy good, aren't they?
It's 4 versus 3. The only problem is Leechburg is 0-27-1 against the
let's
Bears.
break that.
Well, the birdie says they're going to 28-27.
They are putting up some points with the young Mr. Lovelace.
77-0 last time.
First down at the 33. And they gave us to Doherty. He gets a big hole through the middle. Up over the 40. He's got a first down at the 44-yard line. An 11-yard pickup. Aaron Randolph makes the stop.
Signorella knocked him off his feet. Randolph finished him.
Best run of the night for Garrison Doherty.
Mike, in our conference tonight, Armstrong's at Hampton. Mars is non-conference against Moon. Anytime Mars plays Moon, you can only do that in WPIL.
That's the NASA Bowl.
Yep. And North Catholic hosts Kiski tonight.
Doherty again. This time the Rams have him as
pushing ahead though.
No, he's still moving, yeah.
And no whistles there, a late one finally.
Thought they had him off his feet, but it's a couple of yards. Landon Signorelli gets up slowly.
Timmons also on the stop.
Tackle by 20 again.
2nd and 8.
7th tackle of the evening.
Again, Mars next week at home.
Yep, Mike, in the other games, Indiana's at Kiski. Hampton's at Connellsville, non-conference game. North Catholic at Armstrong. That'll be another big one.
2nd and 8. And McFarland is back. McFarland's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. The pass carried out of bounds. The intended receiver was Anthony Kowchuk, but he was covered tightly over there by
Montrell Johnson.
Montrell.
And he did a great job. He knew where the sideline was. And he just pinned that guy against the sideline. There was no way he was getting the ball.
If that's the Pitt-Tennessee game, they call a penalty on Pitt there.
By the way, in conference last week, Mars, we mentioned, beat Indiana. Hampton shut out Kiski 38-0. Kiski is struggling this year at 0-4.
Lots of Brock Borgo. 3rd down and 8.
Oh, they moved, yep.
Unfortunately, Mr. Cosentino, this is not Canada.
Well, when you see 3 linebackers getting into that gap, Mike, it's going to make you stand up and take notice, and he did that time.
5-yard penalty on the Indians. Takes the ball back to the 41. 3rd and 13 now. And the Rams have teed off tonight on Liam McFarland, making his first start at quarterback. He's been sacked 3 times. You know they're coming now. I see Mr. Markey in there. He got one last week.
11 guys up there, Mike. Oh, and we jumped this time. Now,
So we'll bring it back. That'll be on Hadachek. They giveth and they take.
Mike, there was another big game last week. Rodney Gallagher's Lower Highlands, 0. McKeesport, 33. Not so fast, Rodney.
3rd and 8 again. .31 up at the top of your screen on the line there is coming. McFarland is back.
There he is, screen pass.
He throws it. Oh, almost intercepted. Timmons got a piece of that, I think. And Hadachek had to go through his hands. It's 4th down.
Pressure again, tremendous by Daniel Long. He's been all over the field tonight.
4th and 8, and Brad Wright will elect to punt it away. Indiana last year 5-6 and made the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. They haven't had a winning season since 2014. And we mentioned Devin Flint, who was terrific. He had graduated, and so was Zach Harrington. Both had big nights against the Rams here last year in that game.
Yeah, we struggle against them.
Here's the snap, and Kalchuk boots it away. Near side of the field. Randolph takes it at the 24, makes a man miss. 25, and he gets it up to the 32-yard line. Brought down by 81, Josh Scanlon, the senior. And there's a marker down. Hold your horses, Mr. Snyder says.
Well, hopefully they're getting paid by the flag, Mike, because they've thrown enough of them here tonight.
The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses.
And Mike, the old bugaboo penalties coming back to haunt the Golden Rams this time.
There's another hit to the head.
What?
Against Highlands, and that's 15 more.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen any of it, but they're
down
saying
there
it's there. How do we deny it?
Down there in the pile, it's hard to, huh? So the Rams got to move back again, and they're going to start at the 16-yard line. 3rd quarter winding down, 4:18 to go.
I wonder if that's a point of emphasis or something, Mike. Because,
well, sure.
Yeah. We seem to see a lot of it here tonight.
See where the sticks are. They're going to say the 17, the 18?
The shadow of the goal line again, Mike.
They've had long drives. They started the first drive at the 13. And they're going to run the Wildcat to Aaron Randolph. And here he comes up over the 15, 20, 25, 30. Randolph's at the 35. He's at the 40. And dragged down at the 50-yard line.
Midfield, 37
Aaron Randolph
yards.
by Isaac Nygren on a 33-yard run.
As an embedded reporter, Mike, I told you might see that tonight, and there it is.
The Wild Ram.
Take that, Mars Planets. Aaron Randolph has some speed, Mike.
36 yards on 2 carries for Aaron. They went Wild Ram, first down at the 50.
And I think he played a little of that in high school. I mean, excuse me, down at Rifo. He played the quarterback position. Yep, and he ran a lot out of it.
Now they go back power pistol. The ball right at the midfield stripe at the big eye. No Brownie the Elf here. And they give us to Bumbalski, and he barrels through there. He gets 3 yards and a headache.
76.
13 carries, 123 yards now for Luke.
On the tackle, we're giving him 3.
2nd and 7.
Indiana's 47.
But that Randolph play he has got some speed. You are right. He is very exciting. Number 4.
Yep, and they get him in those situations. Mike took advantage.
Junior. Crabbing motion by Long. I've seen a lot of him tonight. No Hades, really.
Yes, I don't know if he's injured or...
Bumbalski. Oh, good job. Luke looked like he had it turned, but Anthony Kalchuk got him off his feet on a nice tackle at the 45.
So up a 3rd and 5 in Indiana territory. 2:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
We'll have trivia after the 3rd period, brought to you by Unflooded.
Another numbers one for you, Mike. You love the numbers.
Just love this. 3rd and 5.
Twins left, twins right.
Bumbalski in the pistol. Timmons is back, and he throws it over the middle. It's pulled in by Randolph. He's going to have the first down. They try to wrestle the ball away, but the whistle blows. Randolph takes it to the Indiana 36. And surprise, surprise, we have a marker down and a player down. And another flag on the coach now. They flagged Brad Wright as he ran onto the field and wasn't too happy. And we got a mess.
Wow.
And a player down.
Wow, wow, and wow. How many do you give him on that play, Mike?
Now let's take a quick timeout and we'll sort it all out for you when we come back. All right, the injured player is James Mill. He comes limping off the field, but there were 2 penalties on this play.
Well, we know one is on the coach from Indiana.
Yes.
He ran out
on the field, and the official just threw the flag right at him. We'll see. The first flag's back at the 43-yard line.
And I think that
could be a formational foul against Highlands.
I thought they were punching at the ball, Mike. Maybe they.
You're allowed to do that.
Well, I guess not.
Another hit in the head against Highlands.
What?
Well, whatever they're doing, the officials need to tell this. Now, on sportsmanlike against Highlands, really? No, it's on Indiana. Yeah, he pointed the wrong way, and then he pointed the right way. So let's see what they call here.
I don't understand how. I mean, there's on every play.
It's a 15-yard penalty for Highlands again. They're up to
30 yards.
97. It can't be on Highlands. He threw the flag on Indiana. Didn't he throw the flag on Indiana?
It can't be.
No, it can't. The first 15-yard against Highlands, yes, but he threw the second flag right in Brad Wright's face because he was out on the field.
They're talking about this now. The referee, it's all wrong, Mike.
It's all wrong. He was out on the field complaining, and they threw the flag right at him. So there's no way the ball should be at the 34. You take the first 15 back, absolutely, to about the 50-yard line maybe, and then actually the penalty should offset, and you should replay the down. That's exactly what should happen. I have no idea how the ball's at the 34-yard line. None.
So both penalties were against Highlands.
So both penalties are marked off against Highlands. I guess Indiana gets a warning.
What down is it?
A great call, Pat.
Yep.
So does the down count?
Third down, there were 2 penalties on Highlands.
So we're calling it third down, 2 penalties on Highlands.
97 yards now in penalties, Mike. We got to find out what this head-to-head stuff is.
Down 10,
I thought in every play they do that.
So 3rd and 27.
So that play's wiped out, Mike?
Yes. Hand it off and punt it. Well, Timmons will take it and get to the 37. He's knocked off his feet. He gets up slowly. Alvin Liu makes the stop, and it's 4th down. I have no idea what 2 penalties were.
23.
Rams over 100 yards of penalties again, and now the ball's at the 37 after the 3-yard Chandler Timmons run, and Bombalski's out the punt for the 2nd time tonight.
Bombalski's out the punt.
Mike, I'll be honest with you, we don't have a backup quarterback. High snap.
Aaron Randolph.
Yeah, I guess
There's
we got
the
Wildcat.
snap.
You're right.
High bouncer. Markey's down there. Look at Bender waving it down, doing his Lenny Randall. It dies at the 31-yard line. 32-yard punt, no return.
Yeah, Mike, our 2 backups. Minaj Lucas is out with an injury, and so is our freshman quarterback, Jamison Vickers.
So it's 1st down for the Indians on their 31-yard line.
I think you're right. We probably go to the Wildcat.
Rams leading it 17-0.
I'd be very interested to find out what all these head-to-head contact penalties are about.
1st and 10, now we got a whistle.
All right.
There's a surprise.
This is 15 yards on Highlands, obviously. Oh, no, it's a false start against Indiana.
5-yarder, move back 5.
To the 26 we go this time, 1st and 15.
That guy's going to have bursitis in his elbow for throwing all these flags.
All right, 1st and 15 for Indiana on their own 26.
Now we have a timeout called by the Indians here as they are Coach Wright out there to talk to his guys and try to get that figured out.
Well, let's talk about Phoenix Rehabilitation, and I just mentioned bursitis. Are you or someone you know in need of physical or occupational therapy? Consider a caring therapist at Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services in Natrona Heights. Zach Bartolotta and his staff specialize in one-on-one personalized care, coupled with the latest techniques and equipment in physical therapy services. They deal with any type of injury, specialize in orthopedic conditions, including sports and workman comp injury. Phoenix will help you with your goal of returning to the activities you love the most. Kenny's golfing on Sunday.
Love it.
Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Service, conveniently located at 1601 Union Avenue, Natrona Heights. They have flexible hours for your convenience and accept most insurance, including UPMC. So give them a call today at 724-224-5090.
All right, after the penalty and the timeout, Indiana will start now with a 1st and 15. And the quarterback, McFarland's going to keep it, and he has nowhere to go. He's dropped for a loss by McQuaid and Bender back at the, nope, no gain. Right at the line of scrimmage at the 26.
No gain on that play.
Second and 10, or 2nd and 15.
50 seconds left in the quarter, Mike.
Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Highlands pitching a shutout so far. Hasn't been
You're not
pretty
supposed to say that.
so far. Hasn't been pretty,
Second down.
but defensively very effective.
Could be the last play of the period. And McFarland throws. It's caught by Doherty, but he's stumbling and he's hit and dropped as Bumbolski did his famous play from Sharp Valley. He knocked him forward, but this time he lost his balance and fell down.
And McQuaid finished him off.
A yard gained.
Mike, they're putting 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. They're leaving.
7.
Aaron Randolph and Jordan Tavares basically dropped back now, but up prior to that, it was just Randolph.
2 seconds, 1, and that's the end of the third quarter here at Indiana with the score. Highlands 17 and Indiana nothing. Let me do this for you. We'll tell you that if your home or business has ever been damaged by water or mold, then you know how stressful that can be. Our friends at Unflooded are here to help. From a broken pipe to sewer backup or flooding, they have the expertise to get your home dry and ready for repairs. When it comes to mold in your home, they'll come in, assess the situation, and put together a game plan for removing the mold and to keep it from coming back. Visit unflooded.com or call Brian Mara anytime, 888-650-7767. Unflooded, your family-owned and operated team for emergency water removal in the AK Valley, and they're proud to sponsor Unflooded Trivia.
All right, Mike, there's 117 WPL football teams. After 3 weeks, how many of them are off to a 4-0 start?
Okay, there were some 3-0s, huh? Did you notice that?
That's right,
Yeah.
I did. Thank you. When I went to count them up, I said, I got more than my number. Then I figured some are 3-0 because week 1, week 0, they did not play a game.
Right. And yeah, because not all. I noticed that when I was doing the defensive stats that some hadn't played.
So out of 117, how many
They
are
are
left?
4-0.
4-0.
Okay. Well,
Again, have your attention. I still have this cell phone up here with the snow.
see if we can get to that after this third down play. 3rd and 14.
Always catch the small details. I can't trick them.
And McFarland is back. He's going to throw a swing pass, and it's incomplete. They were in on him. Hadachek was in there, and it's 4th down. All right.
117.
Constantino.
I'm going to say 15.
I'm going to say you're one on. That's pretty darn good. 14, Mike. We are one of those 14.
So
The surprise, the outlier is Hempfield.
Big game tonight,
Yep.
Hempfield.
They haven't had a 4-0 start since 1950.
They're playing
This is
Penn Trafford tonight.
Yep, 1970, 50 years ago.
Anthony Kowchuk is back to punt. Aaron Randolph standing at his 48. Here's the snap. Here they come. And he
Low
gets it
kick.
out of there. It's bouncing.
Might as well pick that one up.
Randolph
Yep.
picks it up at the 41. Makes a man miss.
Ooh,
Gets
great
through
walk
there.
by Burford.
And Randolph is hit by about 3 or 4 Indians and dropped at about the 46-yard line. Nygren was on top of him, also 52, Dylan Rice. First down, Highlands. Let's see if they can drive one down here and put this in. Finish this.
Yep, Mike. 10 of those 14 undefeated. They've been 4-0 in the past 5 years. And then there's Central Valley, Mike. They've been 4-0 for 4 consecutive years.
First 10.
Other unbeatens are North Allegheny, Peters Township, Upper St. Clair. That ends tonight, by the way. They play
each other.
Yep.
We'll have a lot of that going on now, by the way.
Yep.
First down at the 46. And the quarterback is Randolph. Takes the snaps.
Whoa.
Left at it. Here he goes.
Gone.
40.
He's gone.
30.
He's
Randolph,
gone.
20. 15, 10. Aaron Randolph, 54 yards.
Nobody was catching him. 94 yards on 3 carries, Mike. And boy, there's a weapon.
Holy smokes.
This is just not flash for Mars. Mars better account for young Mr. Randolph when he goes in that position. I mean, that was
like he was shot out of a cannon.
quick.
Aaron Randolph, a one-play drive. And the Rams lead it 23-0.
Maybe we should have saved that for next week, Mike, not just flashed it here, huh? Well, tell you what, it's one thing to see, it's another thing to stop it, huh, bud?
Absolutely. Babinsack on for the extra point out of the Signorella hold, and it's up there, and it is good. And the Rams lead it 24-0 with 11:29 left in the ball game.
Great job by Signorella to get that snapped on, Mike. Good job.
Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria was born in Natrona Heights in 1999. It didn't take long for the name to become synonymous with great food and overwhelming community support. Philippe's offers burgers, wings, specialty sandwiches, wraps, and of course pizza. Not just any pizza, but the often imitated, never duplicated Birdville pie, made with their special super secret recipe and named in the honor of the Birdville section of Harrison. The kitchen's open after the game, so stop by and say hi or call 724-226-3505 for takeout, or to order a partially baked Birdville pie to take home and finish off yourself. And remember, they serve a full breakfast every morning starting at 8 o'clock. That's Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights.
Dan and I took a walk on the wild side last week. Mike,
did you guys head up there?
Yeah, we did not get the Birdville pie. We got the traditional, and
it's darn good too.
Spicy with a little pepperoni. It was great.
Darn good too.
So you get a free snap and then run.
Mike, the other undefeateds are McKeesport, West Allegheny. They're back. Elizabeth Forward, Neshannock, Our Lady of Sacred Heart, Southside Beaver, California, and you ready for the last one, Mike?
Yeah.
Mapleton.
The Fighting Maples.
There you go.
How about Olsh? They never losing anything.
Yeah, not recently.
Babinsack kicks it, and coming up to get it is Levi Porter. Porter's being spun around, and finally he's dropped at the 28-yard line.
Vargo down there with Hades and Saunders.
First and 10 for the Little Indians with 11:20 remaining. The Rams lead at 24-0. They score on a one-play, 54-yard run by Aaron Randolph, running out of the Wild Ram position.
Saunders, 3 special team tackles tonight. And then they'll try to go to work here, Mike. Again, if you're joining us late, their starting quarterback the past 4 games, unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. Trevor Smith is injured. Liam McFarland has stepped in, and he is not even listed as a quarterback, Mike.
Chandler Timmons not out there on defense either, I don't believe. I see Hades in there taking his spot.
I think that's a good idea.
I think so. As to give the dog, remember, he got knocked around a little bit the last time he was in there. Just hope he's okay.
Late penalty.
Doherty gets it to the 30, but let's see what the flag is about. There are so many flags in this game. It's kind of slowing down proceedings a little bit. Can Highlands do a blindside block on defense? Holding against the Indians.
I saw a couple of these gentlemen, Mike. They're getting close to their bedtime here.
It's close to my bedtime. What are you talking about? 10-yard penalty.
All right, Indiana starting on the 19-yard line.
The ball's on the 19. First and 19. 10:50 remaining. Fourth quarter, Highlands 24, Indiana nothing.
Again, Mike, 10 guys in the box. Look at that.
And McFarland's going to keep it. Tries to get to the outside, but nothing doing. He gets a yard or two. Spun ahead to the 21-yard line. And Signorella, who's made a handful of plays tonight, also is in there.
That is number 8 for Sig.
Maybe a yard will say second and
But like I said,
18.
look at his defense, Mike. They just have Randolph back playing free safety by himself. Everybody else is on the line of scrimmage. They're daring on him pass. And again, Mark Kanzanowicz, former Indiana coach, our defensive coordinator, when he got the word that Smith wasn't playing, his eyes kind of had a twinkle to them, Mike.
Now they're going to run a jet sweep for Mill.
I don't think.
I'm sorry, Levi Porter.
Friday.
And this time it's Hayes getting him down in the backfield.
Tried to go in the left end, turned back. Tackle by 8.
So this will be
I think he lost
a loss of 3 back to the 18-yard line.
20.
3rd and 20 now.
And again, a little confusion here trying to get the play in, Mike.
Rams have 2 safeties back now.
As I said, we never got the answer to the question, when did Indiana know Trevor Smith was not going to be able to go?
Gotta watch the play clock now. It's down to 6. Jordan Tavares in as the extra defensive back. And McFarland is back. He looks. He's going to throw it deep. It's going to be
Fair catch,
intercepted
Randolph.
by Randolph at the
He's gone,
35.
Give him
Down
another
the
one.
sideline.
He is
What a
gone.
night for Aaron Randolph. Touchdown, Highlands.
It's been the Aaron Randolph show here tonight, Mike. And that's the 2nd touchdown we've had returned on an interception this year.
Aaron Randolph, 35 yards.
Daniel Long had the other one.
Yeah, Daniel Long had the one to the snatched it out of the air. And this is Randolph with his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. He goes 35 yards on the pick 6.
And he's accounted for our last 2 scores, Mike. Kick down, up,
30 to
and
nothing. Make it
Good.
31 as Babinsack is 4 for 4.
it came late, Mike, but it came off to the Golden Rams. 14 points here in the 4th quarter, and we still have 9:07 to go.
A 35-yard interception return by Aaron Randolph, and that followed his 54-yard touchdown run as a Wildcat quarterback on the play earlier, or maybe just the backup quarterback. That's the 2nd turnover by the Indians tonight, and the Rams cashed that one in on a pick 6. Remember where you can watch Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, Comcast Channel 190. And on YouTube, Highlands High Sports. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. We'll let you know when the game's up, and like the video. Thumbs up that thing. Highlands High Sports, hi to the Breakfast Club. And everyone that's watching, and we thank you. A lot of folks tuned in to watch the band last week.
Yes,
See how
I
the
noticed
second
the second half.
Ah.
I saw that. We have more fans.
The band draws ratings.
We're going to have to get them in next week, Mike. I think it's our military appreciation night next week. I believe the food trucks are going to be there. We've had great crowds. We've had great weather. Hopefully that both those continue.
Chandler looks fine, by the way. He's down there talking to Braden White. Looks fine, so that's good.
Hopefully get Braden back soon.
Here's the kick. And this is Levi Porter again. And Porter gets up over the 20-yard line, and there's Markey, Angelo Markey. You know when he makes a play because he gets fired up.
He sure does.
Nice tackle by 32.
Haynes also on the stop.
Brennan Hayes.
First down, Indiana. The Indiana band in good voice tonight. Was the band in good voice, or what are they? Good sound?
Good question. Indiana band always entertaining to our left. Mike.
Full throat. First down at the 22.
All right, first and 10 Indiana on their own 21.
31 to nothing. The Rams have stretched it out here in the second half. It's only 10-0 at the break. And McFarland
Yeah, McFarland
up
carries
to the
it.
24-yard line. Nick McQuaid was down there.
Great.
Also for the Rams, Daniel Long.
4-yard gain, we'll say 2nd and 6.
Long now with 9 tackles.
31 long on the
McQuaid has 8. And a great defensive effort here tonight for sure, Mike.
2nd and 7. Clock is winding. 8.5 remaining. trips left this time. And McFarland's going to run it. Oh, Long. It's hard to describe what Daniel Long did there. He got away from the man and kind of backed into the play and completely messed it up and never made contact with the soul. That was a man's play right there by 31.
And the sack goes to Angelo Markey, and that was a sack because there were 3 guys out to the left.
That's Angelo's. He picked up one last week too, Dean.
How about that?
So back to the 22. 3rd and 10.
But you're right, Daniel Long had a lot to do with that play. Here he comes.
Here he comes. McFarland throws it over the middle. It is pulled in, this time by Porter. Porter trying to get away from a man and does. And now they bring him down right at the 30. He's short of the first down.
Montrell Johnson, short-handed tackle that time.
So it's an 8-yard gain. 4th and 2.
They're going to go for it, Mike?
Well, we'll see.
What do you think?
Looks like they're lining up to go for it anyway. Play clock down to 6. Liam McFarland. And he's going to sprint to the right. He's going to make the first down with a headache to the 35. That's the first 4th down conversion against Highlands this year.
Wow, that's impressive. McQuaid and Signorello on the tackle.
Opponents were 0 for 6 going into that one. And now what do we have? We have some sort of a officials discussion, but it's going to be right at the 35. That's first down.
Signorello, Long, McQuaid, 9 tackles each, Mike. Long has 2 sacks. Big defensive play tonight, though, is Aaron Randolph returning interception. Untouched 54 yards.
And a give is the
middle.
First man through, and it's Signorella again with his arms around Doherty. Also Markey in there. Doherty with not much.
Sig's the first of 10 tackles tonight.
2nd and 11.
And you're right, Angelo Markey's quite entertaining. Every time he makes a tackle, he points to the stands and he lets everybody know. That was me.
What do we say, Dean? All 5'8", 5'9" of them?
He's not very big, but remember our tradition.
Put together, though.
Nose tackle. Watch him go right underneath the ball. Watch this.
He's got the brown sleeves on down there.
Yeah. He will follow that football.
McFarland going to throw it quickly out to the far side. Is it caught at the 40? It is. Pulled in by Anthony Kalchuk. 6-yard gain.
Johnson made the tackle.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
We've had a pride.
Nope, they say no. It's incomplete. They changed their mind.
Had a pride tradition of those little nose guards. Emilio Seymour. We go back to Scalise. Remember the little wrestler?
Yes.
They would basically call it a root hogging. They would follow the ball. The poor center would snap, and he'd be between his legs, making it grabbing the quarterback.
It's 3rd down. 5:32 left.
11, Indiana on their own, 34.
And McFarland has trouble with it. Now he's going to take off. 40.
Might have helped him, Mike.
50. First down. Highlands territory all the way to the 35-yard line.
Daniel Long chased him out of bounds, but that little delay, Mike, may have helped him.
I think so.
35 or 6 yards, first down.
That's the 5th first down of the night for Indiana. And a long one all the way to the 35, 25-yard run.
Cornelia is now in Highlands.
Anthony Mistrick comes off the field. Bender comes back on. I think they want to protect this shutout, Mike.
First down on the Highlands 37. They'll mark it. They say that's where McFarland went out of bounds. He's back. He's hit, and he just threw it away. That's either a sack or intentional grounding. It's one or the other.
Take your choice.
Incomplete. You got to be kidding me.
They got him. That was a break, Mike. Bombalski had him by his ankles.
Who's he throwing that to?
You tell me.
Okay. No, sorry. Unless there was somebody right there. 2nd and 10 now.
Rocco Constantino checks in at one of the wide receivers now.
19.
Here they all come, Mike.
And this is McFarland.
He gets past that first wave.
Kept it. Nice run for
Inside the 35 and out of bounds in front of the Highlands bench at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain.
Let's put the ball on
Randolph also shoves him out of bounds.
3rd and 3.
30-yard line.
Clock stops.
Liam McFarland with 43 yards rushing tonight. That's got to be the most by anybody against Highlands this year. And that's including the, how many sacks we got, Dean? 5, 4, 5?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I might have missed one
5,
somewhere.
6.
Yeah. 3rd down. McFarland again. This time they got him. Randolph goes down to get him down at the 29-yard line. He gets a yard. It's 4th down.
Signorella and McQuaid. McQuaid joins the 10-tackle club along with Long, and Signorella has 11. 4th and 2. They definitely go for it here, Mike.
Yes. Clock winds to 4:22. 4th down, 2. And McFarland's just going to run it, puts his head down, and I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either,
don't
Mike.
think so. I think the Rams have stopped them at the 38-yard line. It'll depend on the spot.
Bombalski, Leslie, and I think they're short, Mike.
Referee takes a look at it.
They're going to give it to him?
And no, it's Highlands' first
I
down.
don't think so.
Indiana did not get the first down, so Highlands takes over on their own 32.
So the Rams hold.
4:09 to go. We get some fresh faces in here.
Keep the shutout intact. Now some others will get a chance to carry the ball here.
Very interesting to see who comes out at quarterback.
Chandler's back out there.
Okey-doke.
I'm sure to hand it off. Saunders and Hayes are the backs now. First down, Highlands on their 27. They lead it 31-0. Grabbing motion by Hayes. They're going to run a pitch. This is to Saunders, and Saunders is hit hard. He gets it up to the 27-yard line. It's back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Levi Porter makes the tackle.
Mike, how many times do we go towards a crabbing motion? You know, it's sometimes it's there, sometimes for deception, but we've had a lot of that tonight.
Yes. And we saw Long playing that H-back position a lot tonight. You know, that could also be, too, you know, he got here late, so he might just be, you know, they're giving him a little bit more every week on the offensive side as his, you know, his biggest contributions have come defensively. Now Hayes is back in there. Chandler, senior quarterback, letting that play clock run down. Julius Saunders threw a hole up over the 30 to the 35. 8-yard gain. Carson Beatty makes the stop.
Mike, last week was a big week for Chandler, getting honored before the North Catholic game for breaking the record for touchdown passes in a career. His two brothers, Braden and Daniel, had a pretty big week too, Mike. They led Westminster over Allegheny 42-14. And Braden, playing defensive end, he got a touchdown on a Wildcat play.
How about that? 3rd and 3. Play clock down to 5, but that's a good thing in this case. Give it to Julius Saunders, through a hole, got a first down up over the 40, and dragged down at about the 35-yard line. It's another Highlands first down as John Wyatt made the stop. The Rams move the chains again.
And 33.
10 yards for Julius, now 8 carries, 45 yards. Again, don't forget, next week, big week. I'm predicting Mars would beat Kitski tonight, and if that's the case, that sets up our battle of unbeatens in Greater Allegheny Conference.
Going to be a big night at Golden Ram Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff. Clock winds to less than 2 minutes remaining.
Tomorrow morning, Indiana JVs are at Highlands.
Hayes again in motion. Saunders again. Uh-oh, Saunders to the outside with a crack into Indiana territory, down to the 40. 15 more for Julius.
He's now at 60 on 9 carries, and that might be his biggest game of the year, Mike. And they had a nice one down at Shar Valley. Clock continues to roll, 1:43 to go.
Rams can take knees now if they wish, I do believe.
My favorite offensive play,
I
Mike.
don't believe Coach Wright is in any hurry to call timeouts now. Just try to keep as healthy as possible and get himself going for next week.
Yeah, Mike, they were really banged up. They're going to get Kiski next week.
Right, at the Kiski Cavaliers. We'll get a chance to go there this season, too, and see their new stadium. The last time we saw Kiski was at Davis Field.
New stadium, old friend, Sam Albert.
That's right. First down. Saunders again. Saunders through a hole. Saunders still on his feet to the 22-yard line. McFarland, who's done all kind of work tonight, hung on to make the tackle and save a touchdown.
Mike, that is 10 rushes, 78 yards for Julius, 7.8 yards per carry. And I think, do they take the knee, Mike?
19 on that one.
Less than a minute to go.
I would have taken one long ago, but they have a number. They know how much time on the clock tells you that that's it. And now they are.
Looks like, yep, victory position, yep.
Burford in there. Chandler will go under center. Now he goes back. 35 seconds to go. They do this one more time, and the Rams are going to be 5-0 for the first time since 2015. And they had a big game for the game after that year, too. And as Chandler takes the knee, the Rams lost the Timmons Bowl to Freeport 14-0 that night. It was Logan's night. And that wraps it up. Look at doing the backflips out there. Aiden Burford at the 45-yard line. He looked like Ozzie Smith.
Might try it again.
So the Rams win it 31-0. They are 5-0 and will play Mars and the Kasparoviches next week.
Good to be 5-0, Mike. And what do they say? You can't win them all till you win the first 5.
That is absolutely true. Thanks to everybody up here at Indiana. New athletic director Dan Rowan, Scott Shirley, Pat Snyder here in the booth. Thank you for all their help. Once again, that final score here tonight at Andy Kosneski Field. The Highlands Golden Rams 31, the Indiana Indians nothing. For Ken Wood, cameraman Dan, the Dean Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik. So long.